Hey, this is Rick Kaselj from exercisesforinjuries.com. I'm down here in Orange County, and I'm here with Dr. Dan Ritchie. We're at the Fitness Business Summit, which is a large conference with like 550 fitness professionals, and we're all learning different types of exercise techniques, different types of ways that we can end up helping our clients and help communicate with our clients throughout the world, like with video and blogs and emails. Now, Dan is one of the attendees, and I wanted to talk to Dan because something that I end up seeing is people will end up grabbing a magazine, or they'll see a video on YouTube when it comes to an exercise or an exercise program, or they'll jump into a class, and what they'll end up finding is they'll end up getting hurt. They'll end up injuring themselves. They'll end up aggravating like a back or a knee or a hip or a shoulder issue. And what I want to talk when it comes to with Dan is, what you can end up doing about that and what other options are out there when it comes to, these injury creating programs that are out there.
Well, I got to ask you a question first, Rick. I didn't see you at the 6:30 a.m. boot camp this morning. Were you there for the workout? Were you there?
I did not make this morning's boot camp.
Yeah,
I was chatting with Martin Rooney and Rob King, and our discussion went late into the evening.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
So that's what ended up happening.
Gotcha. Well, I wasn't there. I wasn't there either. So, one of the reasons we created Functional Fitness Solution is, honestly, we see people like you solving so many people's injuries from exercise, or injuries from maybe too much running or too much overdoing a sport. And there are a lot of fitness programs then that really aren't appropriate for people now with a knee replacement or a reconstructed ACL like I have. And so people need a functional fitness solution, right? They want to be able to move better. That really the number one thing that I hear is I want to be able to move better with less pain. For the most part, once you're over the age of 45, you don't really care about being on the cover of a fitness magazine, right? So it's like, I don't have to do 500 burpees to get in the best shape of my life. What I want to be able to do is walk on the beach with my kids, go swimming, play golf, whatever it is, go hiking. But I don't want my knee to be killing me all the time, right? Or my back or whatever it is. So you need a fitness program that really addresses kind of the needs for regular life, right? In terms of like, if I want to be still active and hike the Grand Canyon with my grandkids someday, well, my knees can't be killing me, so I need a fitness program that really solves that.
Okay, and then maybe we can step back and maybe kind of explain what is functional fitness? Like, how is it different than all the other kind of fitnesses that are out there?
Yeah, great question. So for us, we really address the client's needs in terms of that functional component. So like, what does it take to climb stairs? So there's a human functional component to that in terms of hip strength, knee strength, lower body strength. You don't have to squat 300 pounds to climb stairs, okay? So a lot of times we're training people in their 50s and 60s with way too heavy weights, not even really the correct technique, and that's not even the outcome they care about, right? They want to be able to go up and down stairs without pain. They don't need to be able to deadlift 300 pounds or squat 300 pounds. So the whole training program is about how do I do functional movements from rotational movements, which is a lot of times where people hurt their back, right? They go play 18 holes of golf and they don't realize that if their hips and their back don't rotate, they're going to have back pain, right? So we teach people, how do you rotate with force? How do you translate from your right foot to your left foot? How do you move better so you become more functional, which as we get older really is essential, right? When we think of somebody who's 80, we think, well, they're less functional than somebody who's 40, but it really doesn't have to be that way. In fact, if you exercise correctly, you can maintain almost all of your function.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really interesting. And it is a good, it's kind of an approach that I, believe in and follow, because a lot of people, the issues that end up leading to injuries are, they've ratcheted up the intensity and that ends up leading to injury, or they haven't earned to do a certain exercise. They've increased the load way too drastically. They're continuing on into fatigue. So all of these things end up happening. But I really like what you mentioned when it comes to like what is the outcome that the individual is looking for. And you know, not everyone wants to be, you know, ripped or lose a whole bunch of weight. There's a lot of people who just want to be able to live and enjoy life.
Right. Yeah.
And then so when it comes to like you know, what you have out there is you have a resource when it comes to that kind of ends up helping people move better. Maybe kind of explain and kind of talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, very simply, it's called the Functional Fitness Solution. That's where people can find it. I mean, basically, we said, look, if you're 45 and you haven't exercised in 20 years, like going and jumping in a boot camp, your back and your knees and all kinds of things are going to hurt, you know. So we designed it with really a 45 to 55-year-old in mind that's not exercising. And then we even said, well, what about a 70-year-old who hasn't exercised in 30 years? They're going to need a lower level. So we really built the program with 4 levels. There's a level 1 that's really designed for someone over 60 who hasn't been exercising at all the way up to a level 4 where we've got Shauna Kaminsky, who I know your followers are familiar with. I mean, super fit gal in her 50s, right? And we put her to the test at level 4. So if you're a 50-year-old and you think, boy, I just can't do the high intensity things. I can't do the dynamic, the jumping, the pounding, but I want to work out hard. Well, our level 4 is designed with really you in mind because it's high intense. It challenges Shauna Kaminsky, but there's no ballistic movements. So we don't have any jumping, pounding. We teach people how to do burpees without the impact, you know. So unfortunately, activities like burpees, they're great for losing weight and getting in great shape, but they can be really hard on your back if you don't do them correctly, you know. So we try to teach people, how do you exercise even at an intense level, but not break down your body? Because in the end, nobody really wants exercise to be breaking down their body. We want to feel better, right? We want to feel better after our workout. We want to feel better the next day, not like somebody beat us up.
That's not fun at all. But I do get those questions, you know, from people that are like 70 and they might see some of the exercises that I do or that the workout videos that I get from my friends, and they're like that are on EFI, and they say that they're way too intense or way too hard, or I can't do them, or is there something that's not so difficult or lower level and matches what they're looking for? And it sounds like this is exactly what people are looking for.
Yeah, this is going to be ideal for them because, again, they can start with level 1. The workouts are as short as 14, 15 minutes. And some people, that's still pretty fatiguing, but it's appropriate. And then as they get better, there are several level 1 workouts. As they get better and they feel like I need more of a challenge, they go to level 2. And some clients will never get to level 3 or 4, and that's fine. They'll get great results from level 1 and level 2, and they stay right there, and that's perfect.
I mean, because you don't have to be in pain in order to get results.
Right.
That's important.
The old no pain, no gain is really not. It
doesn't work. It's not a good long-term strategy. No. So just kind of wrapping up the interview, where can people end up getting more information about this?
Well, I assume you're going to give them some sort of link where they can grab more about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll end up having a link down below in the interview or in the transcripts. There'll be a link to the product. But are there any other things? Do you have like a YouTube channel or a blog that people can go visit and learn more about you?
Yeah, definitely. So on YouTube, if you just punch in Functional Solution, that's where we have a number of videos in terms of exercises you should not be doing, exercises you should incorporate. So that's a simple thing where Dr. Cody Sight, my partner in this, has created a number of videos. And then functionalfitnesssolution.com/blog is where we write on things like, are you ready to live to 100? Are you ready to live to 100, Rick?
I'm on the journey to figuring it out.
So those are some of the places they can get more resources. Our program is really very simple. There's a book that comes with it, and then a series of videos, and there's even a bonus from this Rick Kaselj guy. So
staying injury free and pain free.
That's right.
So there you go. Thank you very much, Dan, and thank you very much for watching the video and joining us here in sunny Orange County. So this is Rick Kaselj from exercisesforinjuries.com. Make sure to swing by exercisesforinjuries.com. Enter in your injury or pain. There's a good chance that I have a video, interview, or article that'll end up helping you overcome your injury or pain. Secondly, if you're watching this on YouTube, head up above. hit subscribe. What that'll do is every couple days you'll get a video like this where I talk about overcoming injury and pain, or a workout from one of my friends, or an interview like this. And thirdly, head down below, hit like, and leave myself and Dan a comment or question. So this is Rick Kaselj from exercisesforinjuries.com saying take care and bye-bye.